Folks, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you right now, if you are waiting to pee, don't. Father, Son, and Friends will not be taking a break.
Hey, where you going?
Hey, just because I said you could leave did not mean that we weren't going to give you crap when you did.
We didn't leave when she came in.
Why is she wearing pants and we are not? It's cold outside.
She's the smart one.
Father, Son, and Friends in Edwardsville, Illinois, in the winter, we are not impressive, people. I'm just telling you. It's chilly. But please, feel free. Go out to the snack bar. Grab yourself some popcorn. But if you go just beyond the snack bar, there's a bar. We encourage you people to drink heavily. For those of you, we see the cute little wee ones in the audience. For those of you that brought your kids, drink heavily. Your kids can drive you home.
Don't laugh. Mine's going to drive me home.
Hello. Please, feel free. Go to the restroom. Do what you need to do. We're going to play right through this show. We've got a lot of great music that we're going to have a large time. You guys do whatever you want. There's a lady down here doing her nails. I mean, I don't know what's happening. This next couple of songs we're going to do are great traditional Irish folk songs. The first one's made famous by the Kingston Trio in the late 50s, early 60s. Second one is made famous by Tommy Makem and the Clancy Brothers. They're two of our favorites. If you know them, sing them. If you want to clap along, clap along. If you want to punch your neighbor in the face, it's Celtic music. Do that here. It's like a handshake.
It's expected.
The Irish way.
That's right.
Feel free. Here we go.
Let me tell you all a story about a man named Charlie on the savage and fateful day. He put 10 cents in his pocket, kissed his wife and family, took a ride on the MTA. And will he ever return? No, he'll never return. And his fate is still unlearned. He may ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's a man who'll never return. Charlie had it in his dime at the Edwardsville station, and he stayed there for make-up pay. When he got there, the conductor hollered, "One more nickel." Charlie couldn't get off of that train. And will he ever return? No, he'll never return. And his fate is still unlearned. He may ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's a man who'll never return. Now all day long, Charlie rides through the station crying, "What will become of me? How can I afford to see my sister in Chelsea or my brother in Roxbury? And will he ever return? No, he'll never return. And his fate is still unlearned. He may ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's a man who'll never return." Charlie's wife goes down to the Edwardsville Square station every day at 2:15. And through the open window she hands Charlie a sandwich when the train goes rumbling through. And will he ever return? No, he'll never return. And his fate is still unlearned. He may ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's a man who'll never return. Are you citizens of Boston? Don't you think it's a scandal how the people have to pay and pay? Fight the fare increase, vote for George O'Brien and get Charlie off that MTA. And will he ever return? No, he'll never return. And his fate is still unlearned. He may ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's a man who'll never return. He's a man who'll never return. He's a man who'll never return. There's a wintry breeze blowing through the buzzing trees. And I buttoned up my coat to keep me warm. And the days are on the mend, and I'm on the road again, with my fiddle snuggled close beneath my arm. And I've a fine felt hat and a strong pair of brogues. I have rosin in me pocket for me bow. And my fiddle strings are new, and I've learned a tune or two, and I'm well prepared to ramble, I must go. Well, I'm happy as a king when I catch a breath of spring, when the grass is turning green as winter ends, and the birds are on the wing, and the thrushes start to sing, and I'm headed down the road to see my friend. And I've a fine felt hat and a strong pair of brogues. I have rosin in me pocket for me bow. And my fiddle strings are new, and I've learned a tune or two, and I'm well prepared to ramble, I must go. We have friends in every town as we ramble up and down, making music at the markets and the fairs. And the monkeys and the freels and the farmers making deals, and that yellow-headed tinker selling wares. And I've a fine felt hat and a strong pair of brogues. I have rosin in me pocket for me bow. And my fiddle strings are new, and I've learned a tune or two, and I'm well prepared to ramble, I must go. Now here's the help of one and all, to the big and to the small, to the rich and poor alike, and foe and friend. And we return again, may our foes return to friends. May peace and joy be with you until then. And I've a fine felt hat and a strong pair of gloves. I have rosin in me pocket for me bow. And my fiddle strings are new, and I've learned a tune or two, and I'm well prepared to ramble, I must go.
Clap your hands!
Now I've a fine felt hat and a strong pair of brogues. I have rosin in me pocket for me bow. And my fiddle strings are new, and I've learned a tune or two, and I'm well prepared to ramble, I must go. And the crowd went wild! Uh-oh, there's a problem.
If you're having a good time, give us a hell yeah. Right on. Oh, you came back. I remember you. Well, hold on, lady. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 of us. You might need some help.
B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run.
Right on. There's our friend. Hi. Yeah, can you please? It would be a bad show if you didn't do it. Go ahead. Yeah, there you go. Jump down. Last time when we were here a couple years ago, we're doing the show, and well, I've had a couple of cocktails, and much like Dad's ghost in that chair, I stopped right in the middle of the show, and I was like, "Excuse me, sir, please don't beat me up, but is your wife a dog?" He was like, "Yeah, would you want her to come and say hi?" I was like, "Will she?" And she came right up just like that. I was like, "Ooh." Awesome. Where was I? I was totally distracted. It was cute. Anyway, all right, so this next song is going to be on our album that we're going to go into the studio for here in a couple of months. This song is a classic traditional Irish song, and it is from the perspective, if any of you come from the small town. Now, our family is from Vanceburg, Kentucky, from Lewis County. And it's kind of funny, if anybody has any friends in Kentucky, we are convinced that all of the people in Kentucky are in the FBI Witness Protection Program. Because you ask somebody in Kentucky where they're from, they will tell you only the county. I'm from Lewis County. It's like you can't say, I'm from Edwardsville, Illinois. Oh, no. You can't tell people where you're from. I'll give you the county and that's all. And so our family is from Lewis County, and I kid you not, Dad took me down there for a family reunion, and I was about, 14, 15 years old. And one of my cousins, who I had just met that weekend, and were playing basketball, for a basketball hoop that was hanging off of a tree in the middle of the road. This road.
It wasn't a busy road.
This stage is wider than this road was. It was more like a horse path, but, And we got to talking, and my cousin was stunned when I informed him that there was another McDonald's on the other side of the mountain. And that's when I discovered that Father, Son, and Friends, contrary to popular belief, our family tree does not go straight up.
Oh, no, nay, never.
It is a wreath.
Let me introduce you to my grandfather's son.
You people watch Jerry Springer for entertainment. We watch it as a family reunion.
Yeah.
So if you've ever come from a small town, this song is a perfect example of that. This is somebody's first trip out of the holler. It's somebody's first trip from the small town to the big city. And this song sings about all of the wonderment and the amazement that they see and cast their eyes on. And they're writing back home to tell them about you all ain't going to believe what I saw here. And this song is called Mountains of Mourn.
Where are you going?
This way. Have fun. I'm going to pee if you're not.
I was so proud when he learned how to talk. And believe me, it has been downhill ever since. Wait, why is it when I start singing, everybody leaves? That ain't right. She's just jealous of my skirt, that's what it is. Oh, Mary, this London, the wonderful sight. There's people here working by day and by night. They don't sow potatoes, nor barley, nor wheat. And there's gangs of them digging for gold in the street. At least when I asked them, that's what I was told. So I just took a hand at this digging for gold. But for all that I found there, I might as well be in the place where the dark morn sweeps down to the sea. I believe that when writing a wish you expressed as to how the fine ladies in London were dressed. Well, if you believe me when asked to a ball, they don't wear no tops, woohoo, to their dresses at all. I've seen it myself, and I could not in truth tell if they were bound for a ball or a bath. Don't be starting them fashions now, Mary McCree, in the place where the dark morn sweeps down to the sea. Well, there's beautiful girls here, but never you mind, with beautiful shapes that nature never designed. Lovely complexions of roses and cream. But let me remark in regards to the same, for if at these roses you ventured a sip, the colors would all come away on your lips. So I'll wait for the wild rose that's waiting for me in the place where the dark morn sweeps down to the sea. You remember young Barry McLaren, of course. Well, he's over here at the head of the force. I saw him today as he stood on the Strand, and he stopped all the people with a wave of his hand. And as we stood talking of days that are gone, the whole town of London stood there looking on. But for all his great powers, he's wishful like me to be back where the dark morn sweeps down to the sea.
I am proud to say that's my daddy, Joey Hall, on lead vocals right there, folks. Now give me my $10.
No, I'm going to smack your mom in the mouth for lying to you.
Oops.
We want to remind everybody, we did release a new album, and it's called Road Agents, and it's available out in the lobby, and that's the title track of the song. The album is what we're going to do next. And we want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting live traditional music here in Edwardsville and this wonderful old theater that they've redone. How many of the people that are here, and I can't see up there very well, but how many people are here are from Edwardsville? How many? Whoa. You all should be very, very proud of your town.
Good for you.
Very,
That's
very
awesome.
proud of your town.
Thanks for coming. And for all of you that did not raise your hand, you out-of-towners, they expect you to leave immediately following the show. Don't stay too long.
You remember what I said about I was proud when he started talking? God almighty.
I'm having a large time up here.
Can I tell you my favorite story about him?
Okay, so this next song.
He gets married, and actually these are our family tartans. These are called Roxburgh. They were woven in Roxburgh, Scotland, and that's where the Halls are from, the border town there in the east side of the border, up in the just above the line of England. And so we're standing, and he's getting married, and he marries his, literally his kindergarten sweetheart. She was 5 and he was 7. Yeah, and
That's not a joke. Why the hell are you laughing? My hot wife couldn't be here tonight, but she would tell you I made him chase me for 27 years.
That's right. That's right.
It's a true story,
yeah.
too, until she finally slowed down. I didn't catch up. I was like, the hell with this. I'm tired of running. That's not true.
You married up, big boy. I'm going to tell you that.
I did marry up.
So
that's a fact.
There we are. We're in St. Anne's Catholic Church in Dayton, Ohio. Old. I mean, this is a replica, scaled-down replica of Notre Dame. Beautiful old church. And we're standing up there, and I'm here, and Sean's here, and here, dun, 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 and here comes Tracy down the aisle. And he and I, at the same time, both went. This tough guy starts crying like a 3-year-old. So what's wrong? He said, Pop, she's beautiful.
Uh-huh.
And I said, yeah.
What I saw was half of everything I owned going the other way down the aisle. Meaning all of my kilts. She was going to steal my skirts, and I was putting up a fight.
That's right. And I said, I'm rubbing his back, being the good pop that I am, and I'm rubbing his back, and I said, and you know what's even more important, buddy? He said, what, Pop? And I said, I just saved a ton of money on my car insurance.
People, that's a true story. You can't make this crap up. Psychologists meet every week to try and figure out what to call the abuse that I have suffered at the hands of my family. Why is it that my skirt was shorter than my wife's when we got married? Terrible.
Yeah, but you got the legs for it.
I do. Thanks for noticing, big fella. All right, so this song is the title track off of our new album, Road Agents. Road Agents were people, the Irish were known for being able to sort of find a way to get it done, find a way to make you work harder than them.
We were industrious.
And over in England, they called them gentlemen of the road. Yep. In Ireland, they called them the highwaymen. Yep. And here, when the frontier pushed west and went out into Nebraska and Oklahoma and California, they called them road agents. And these are the people that would hide out in the shadows, and they would wait for you to get done panning for gold, and you would be coming into town with your little bits of dust, or maybe cashing it in, and on your way out of town with all of your loot, and they would rob you.
That is not true. That is not true.
Okay, I'll bite. Gee, Pop, what's the truth?
We relieved them of their financial responsibility.
We were Block people. Irish are the ones that started financial planning.
That's right.
This is a great story about those guys. It's called Road Agent's Lament.
Let me tell you a story that's sad, but it's true, about easy money and the things men will do. For the gold in the river that winds below town, they'll rob and they'll shoot a poor traveler down. Oh, the road agent's hands have been stained with the blood of the innocent miner who toils in the mud, as he works in the placer field, chilled to the bone, then shot down and robbed as he's on his way home. And the wind whispered softly as it moves through the sage. If you listen, you can still hear the sound of a low, mournful murmur, the ghosts of the men that the road agents left on the ground. In the spring back in '63, making my way through the Idaho country, I happened to stray across two desperados, Bill Graves and Dutch John. Joining these outlaws is where I went wrong. Oh, we held up the mail coach from Salt Lake one day, then left two men dying as we rode away. And the murderous deeds that were wrought by the hand of the cutthroats and thieves of the road agent band. And the wind whispered softly as it moves through the sage. If you listen, you can still hear the sound of a low, mournful murmur, the ghosts of the men that the road agents left on the ground. Well, we knew when a man and his money left town, then we'd lighten his load before cutting him down. Without laws like Plummer, Stimson, and Ives, the men in the gold camps all feared for their lives. And the wind whispered softly as it moves through the sage. If you listen, you can still hear the sound of a low, mournful murmur, the ghost of the men that the road agents left on the ground. It was just after Christmas and 20 below when a lynch mob of miners hauled me out in the snow. They tried me right there and the verdict came down. I was hung by the neck on the north edge of town.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it has come to the part of the show that is our favorite part. This is where we sing about pirates.
Arr, pirates.
No, I'm sorry. This is where we sing about pirates.
Arr,
Give me an R.
arr,
Give me an R.
arr,
Give me an R.
arr,
What's a pirate's favorite letter?
arr.
No, it's the C. What's a pirate's favorite sock?
Argyle.
His favorite fast food restaurant?